This is horrifying. The Netflix trend just took a tragic turn for a woman named Sarah. She posted this video on July 11th with the text, preparing for when Netflix drops a documentary about my soon to be ex husband, who I just found out is a pedophile. Now, Sarah and that soon to be ex husband are gone.
I
The
just
man
feel like it's always these guys. I
All
don't.
right, here's the truth. I don't think you're ready for it. But if you're the woman a man truly wants, he's going to call you, he's going to text you, and he'll always make time for you.
That you all know as Duff Daddy, who decided that rather be a man and take accountability for his own transgressions and his own faults and his own mistakes, rather than live with the shame of being a
He didn't fuck up. He was a P3DO. That's not a mistake. Just FYI. I don't like. That's not him. Oh, I messed up. Femicide is something that it's, I don't know how to put it, but you know, like when people be like, if I was alive during slavery, I'll be doing this. If I was alive during, you know, and like name like the crazy time or whatever, like people always love to talk about like how they would be standing up for righteousness and, you know, like what, like I'll be out here fighting, I'll be fighting the good fight. And I'm like, But then in real time, I don't know if people realize this, none of those institutions have gone away. I just want you guys to know, like, none of those institutions have gone away. We as a collective, as a species, as a country, and more particularly in America and the US of A, those things have not gone away. Like, racism is still here. Sexism is still here, and the violence that is perpetuated by both of these institutions are ever present. They haven't gone anywhere. Women are still abused. Women are still killed. Women are still taken advantage of. Women are still exploited. It's still happening. So my question becomes, what are we going to do about it? And the reason why I pose that question to men is because the lack of attention that is paid to femicide is shocking. It is a little jarring, right? What it is all of these systems are held together through violence and the threat of violence. So when a femicide occurs, the not so bad guys score a win. Hey, I'm not as bad as them. Oh, see? It's crazy men out here. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's for them. That's how they reframe it, or they attempt to reframe it. But femicide is kind of like the perfect convergence of oppression, because why do men need to kill women is my question. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that all, unalivings are bad. I don't think that. Sometimes they're completely justified. Sometimes they're like really the most rational thing that could have taken place in that moment. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, you should never. I'm not a pacifist at all, right? When it comes to this. But why do men unalive women? And the answer is because they can. The answer is because they can. The answer is because men are taught that women are our property. Women are not autonomous human beings. Women are our slaves. Women are indebted to us. Women are like, so like, your parents used to say, I brought you in this world, I could take you out, right? Which is a weird ass statement to think. The way, if you're a parent and you believe that, if you think you're Marvin Gaye's daddy, go to therapy immediately, or commit yourself, 5150 yourself, because you're nuts. Your babies, your children, I don't care what you did for them, or whatever you did for them, you were supposed to do that for them. So they don't owe you shit. And men, we as a group, we will excuse men, the violence against women, the violence against children at every turn. And then to make the situation even worse, we will just completely ignore femicide. When I come across these stories, I'm really looking for like I'm like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would this ever be the option? Why would this ever be an option for you? And I want you guys to listen to this, and you guys tell me, where does this make sense? Like, where does any of this make sense? I don't understand.
This is horrifying. The Netflix trend just took a tragic turn for a woman named Sarah. She posted this video on July 11th with the text, "Preparing for when Netflix drops a documentary about my soon-to-be ex-husband, who I just found out is a pedophile." Now Sarah and that soon-to-be ex-husband are gone. The man...
This dipshit. This dipshit, fucking, what's his name? Duff Daddy. This fucking weird, disgusting human being that's no longer with us. Is that what it was? It was like the embarrassment, the shame. You do an evil thing, and then to compound it, you do an even more evil thing. Is that what this, like, why are you? This is fucking nuts. So you are the terrible, he's already a terrible human being. He was being investigated. I think he probably was already going to take his own life anyway. That's what I think. But yeah, let's keep going.
She was speaking about in that post went by Duff Daddy 1 on TikTok, but his government name is Jeremiah Duffy, but he typically went by Sean Duffy. There are people stating that they were building a case against him because he was a basketball coach and he was caught making out with a 14-year-old basketball player by another coach. That happened in June, and immediately Sarah filed for a protective order. Unfortunately, that protective order was not enough.
Y'all remember when that dude Charles was talking about how from the documentary, the Behind the Rage, he was talking about, oh, protective order, they ain't nothing but a piece of paper to me. They ain't nothing but a piece of paper to me. That's what I'm saying. It's like what do we want women to do? What do we want them to do? They get a protective order. And to me, like I said, I know that the rate of violence goes up once a woman gets a protective order. But simultaneously, it's like I understand why a woman would get a protective order, because at the very least, it's like, hey, this motherfucker's on my block. He shouldn't be within 500 yards. And then you call the police or whatever, and they can arrest him or get him out of there just on that basis alone. You don't got to wait until he does something. At that point, you could prevent it beforehand. But what if you don't see it coming? You know what I'm saying?
Reports are now coming out that at about 11:15 p.m. on Thursday, July 23rd, Sarah's son called 911, and when police arrived, they found Sarah and Sean Duffy no longer alive from gunshot wounds. It is being reported that he broke into the house, took Sarah's life, and then took his own life. This is Sarah's profile on TikTok, and
allegedly he did it right in front of the son.
It looks like she had already gotten rid of the last name Duffy, and her username is Miss Gilson. The very last post she made was just 3 days ago, and that text says, "May whatever that was never find me again." And in the description, she said, "Please God." Sarah had 2 children from a previous marriage. She was a hairstylist in Oklahoma, and her family, friends, and clients are already speaking out on social media. They're talking about what a wonderful woman she was and how much she had already been through. And then she had to go through hearing what Sean Duffy had allegedly done, and she was filing for divorce, filing for a protective order. And now she has been taken from everyone who loved her. This is just heartbreaking. I can barely form words. I had actually seen this video on my For You page not long ago, and I definitely did not expect this update. Please stay safe. I will continue to keep you updated on what comes out in this case. My heart is with everyone who loved Sarah.
And I was going through the comments on this video, and apparently one of Sarah's friends had told the creator who made that video she did a really good job, and she told it in a really good light. That was the reason why I wanted to share that video, because it did definitely seem like she was sensitive to everything that was going on, and she gave a lot of context for stuff as much as she could, because there's not a lot of information out about it right now. But yeah. And so I went to go look up the guy. The dude is he was a weird guy. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's always these guys. I don't know. I don't know what that means. And I don't know. It's often, I should say, it's often these dudes that be like making this type of content. It's weird.
All right, here's the truth. I don't think you're ready for it. But if you're the woman a man truly wants, he's going to call you, he's going to text you, and he'll always make time for you. You'll never have to question his effort. No man is ever too busy for the woman that he truly wants. That's
yeah, they said you were you had some shit on you, so, but it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It really is ridiculous. Like, I don't get it. That's wild. And in the online community, the content creator community, apparently, people were speaking about it. There was a pretty a guy made a video about the dude. He was he was calling him out and all that stuff. So I thought that was interesting. There was a content creator who made a video about Duff Daddy and was just on his head. And before we get into this, I do want to say that I appreciate this content creator, like him calling this out. I just want us also we have to start framing it properly. So we got to call a thing. We have to really start calling it femicide, right? So we can attach it to all the other, unalivings. We have to do that. Definitely call the dude out, all this stuff too, but let's actually call the thing so we can identify it.
Y'all can stop with the gifts. That is Sarah. I'm not gonna call her by her last name, because she was in the process of trying to change her last name as we speak. However, I will show you the bitch-ass motherfucker that you all know as Duff Daddy, who decided that rather be a man and take accountability for his own transgressions and his own faults and his own fucking mistakes, rather than live with the shame of being a TikTok influencer who is friends to a lot of us. He decided last night to break into his old house and murder Sarah in front of their child.
So Dove Daddy he used to go live with people. And apparently Sarah was live like 40 minutes before she ended up getting unalived, which is really some fucked up shit. But that's how they know him. That's how this dude, All Money, he's been on lives with this dude. I think they used to do battles and shit on TikTok live. So a lot of like the battlers, like the big time battlers, I saw like at least 5 videos of like clips of them going live and like talking about this guy. And I did find that to be, I appreciate that. That's why I'm showing this, because we need more of this. We need more men like calling this shit out like in this way.
And then turn the gun on himself. Rather than come on TikTok or just get arrested and deal with it, he chose to do like everybody else does, lie about his transgressions, lie about the things that he's been doing, lie about what led him to the actions that he was being investigated for. If you guys don't know, Duff Daddy was a high school or middle school basketball girls coach. Coached young, impressionable, easily manipulatable girls who parents have entrusted him to guide them, inspire them, coach them. And Duff decided to have a relationship with one of them, become so weak and gross that he became involved in a relationship with a minor. Upon finding out, Sarah filed for divorce. He threatened to kill everybody and himself and played the victim card and went on the run for a little bit, threatening.
So now that makes sense. So she got the injunction because he threatened to unalive the family. He had homicidal ideations. That's not crazy, because you know what I mean, but like what the fuck? Like there's nothing we can do as a society. That's all if somebody threatens a person in this way, that's all we can do. Like what I'm like, okay. If somebody made a threat to the president of the United States, how would we treat that? Even it could be a 20-year-old guy in New York or whatever, in Idaho, Des Moines, Idaho, whatever. They're gonna red flag him. They're gonna watch that person. You know what I'm saying? More than likely they'll end up arresting that person. Depending on the threat, depending on the level of the threat, right? If a man says he is going to kill his, unalive his family, what are we doing? What are we waiting on? Okay. You don't want to send him to jail? Fine. Send him to the fucking hospital. Get him some treatment. If a man says I'm having homicidal thoughts, why are we going, well, he hasn't done anything yet? Treat it as if he threatened the president. Treat it as if he threatened a politician. Do the same shit. Investigate it. Not fucking give somebody a piece of paper that, what the fuck? What could she do? He creeps around the block, comes in the house. They're not, call the police. It's too late. Fuck. If you give a person an injunction, a order, a protective order, that shit got to start coming with a gun. It got to come with a gun and a pit bull or a fucking Rottweiler or something. Because what are we doing? Like we just wait for shit to happen. Oh, we can't do hands tied. Fuck that. If you thought it was serious enough to give the person a RO, take the next fucking step. It ain't working. God damn.
And to kill everybody rather than come on here and say, hey, I fucked up. I fucked up. I'm a man. I'm willing to accept any responsibility for that.
He didn't fuck up. He was a P3DO. That's not a mistake. Just FYI. I don't like that's not him. Oh, I messed up. I just accidentally fell in love with the team. No. He preyed on those girls. Like, come on, get it together, brother.
I disgraced my family. I shamed my family. And because of that, I'm gonna have to go to jail. I traumatized a student of mine, probably scarring her for life because I was a grown man who was weak and sick. So rather than sit there and stand up and face the consequence of his actions, he decided to go shoot Sarah and then turn the gun on himself.
In front of her son.
May you forever burn in hell, Duff.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Them gifts is crazy. While he having that serious conversation, y'all putting dragon's breath on that man's head. That's crazy. He said stop with the gifts. That was crazy, man. But anyways, yeah, we need to definitely start calling that shit out. Like, man, we got to start calling this shit out. We got to start really identifying what it is. It's femicide. He didn't just kill her. He killed a woman. It's a hate crime. Because why are you killing a woman? For what reason? What did she do? She made fun of you online. She publicly shamed you. You publicly shamed her. Everybody in your community know she was married to you. That's her story now. She can tell her story however she wants to. Just the cowardice of it all is amazing. That's the thing. But with that being said, shout out to the families, man. Shout out to everybody affected by this. I think that's fucking crazy. I think that's there's no excuse. There's no justification for this. It's just so many failures. It's the failures of the system, the failures of men. It's just a lot of failure to go around and not much protection, and it's really disheartening to keep having these conversations.